What's going on, guys? I'm Jaye the Black. Salute to everybody that is here. I appreciate you being here on this late night. I don't know how long the stream is going to be. This might be like a venting stream, or me just maybe speaking on a few things that is on my mind. Make sure y'all like the stream. What's going on? Last Sizzle, you can leave and be gone as long as you want to, bro. Let's see. But shout out to y'all moderators, the channel members, the Patreons. Let's see who's here early. Let's see. Verne 5 True, Allen, Dr. Sinister, Hey Dot, 25 Kid, Dwayne, Not Important, Snake Eyes, Falcon DX, Malik, Wanda, Lorenzo. Let's see, Not Important. Is it McJ? Elizabeth, TMM, Zeke. Let's see. The Real Mojo, what's up? Derek, what's going on? What's up? This live stream is going to be based off of something I posted on my Instagram today. There was this this older Caucasian woman that went and messaged me in my DMs about the video I did about Sonya Curry and her divorce. She didn't like it, so she went off on me in the DMs. I reposted it because I thought it was hilarious. What is it with you females getting so caught up in what's going on in other people's lives? I will never understand this. Yes, I'm a commentator. I comment on things, but I don't get caught up. I don't message people who I don't know because I'm angry because of what they said about someone that they don't know. Maybe they know him. Maybe I don't know. I don't care. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. But if you're on my Instagram, you saw it. There's a lot of bitter, dysfunctional women. That's why I have Amanda Seales in the thumbnail, because Amanda Seales is the chief bitter heifer. She is the face of bitter women. If you want to know what a bitter Western woman is, all you have to do is look at Amanda Seales. You know, she checks every box. But when you got the elderly getting on Instagram, DMing a man they don't know. Now, these will be the same women who get mad when you DM them, right? But they're DMing men they don't know because they're mad because of a video I made. That video happened to a lot of what I said ended up being true, because I posted a response today or an update which shows that there was a lot of drama in that marriage. So are you going to message me now and say I'm a liar and you know, Sonya didn't want to get divorced. She didn't want to be single. Yes, she did want to be single. She wanted to get out of that marriage, and she wanted to be able to be around her new boyfriend without feeling guilty. But y'all live vicariously through these women because your relationships have never worked. And then you explain to me how terrible your life was as a wife. That's why I tell y'all, man, you got the Gen X, the millennial women, and some of these boomer women who are just chaotic and dysfunctional. Shout out to Siobhan. And they aren't worth dating either. They aren't worth dating either. You gray-haired heifers need to stay out of my DMs, which being in your feelings. Why don't you go find some happiness and get out of my damn DMs complaining about somebody that you don't even know? What is that going to do for you? Nothing. You can tell these women are bitter because they weren't able to be for the streets. You know, they were too busy being a wife, you know, being a mother. They hate that. They hate the fact that they weren't able to get used and ran through like some of these other women. Have y'all noticed that the women who embrace the feminism and the liberalism are married women? Because they are living vicariously through certain women. That's why they will support a Lizzo or some of these other women, because those women represent a lifestyle they wish they could live, but they don't. I don't care though. I make content. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. It's really not that serious, but they're making it serious, man. So I posted a video yesterday about Sonya, and I posted an update today, which is the commentary is even greater in the newer video. Y'all should go and check it out. And make sure you like this stream too. Hopefully there's no buffering. You know, there's a lot of women in this country that are ruined. There's a lot of women who are embraced the feminism. They've embraced the male hate, the male bashing. They think they're stronger than men. They think they're smarter than men. They think they're more hardworking than men. And when you have these bitter older women in their feelings and in their emotions, and they show their dysfunction every single day, it just proves why these women are single. It just proves why they will never be able to find happiness. There's a lot of unhappy people out here. And I truly believe they need to find some happiness. They really do. Instead of getting on social media trying to push a narrative, pushing feminism, pushing social justice, you're pushing slower culture. Yeah, you boomers and you Gen X women, you're total failures. You're total failures as mothers. You're becoming failures as grandmothers because you're too busy trying to push and promote these narratives that destroy families, that destroy women. You got grandmothers trying to get attention like their daughters and granddaughters. I should not have no gray-haired Karen in my DMs messaging me about how she didn't like what I had to say about Sonya Curry, and she's listing all these different things. You're bitter. You're upset because you were a wife and a mother and you took care of your family and you felt like you gained nothing. You weren't happy. That's a you problem. Okay? That's a you problem. You need to fix your problem. Don't tell me and try to project onto me. You need to go and get your life together. Even though you're older, you can still work towards getting your life together. But a lot of y'all are failures. Look at Gen Z women. Look at these millennial women, you're failures. Look at these millennial males, you're failures. And you want to project that onto other people. No, that's not going to work. You failed because of you. It's your bad. Okay? Don't be projecting and messaging me with these long paragraphs. I told y'all, I get irritated when y'all message me these long paragraphs. I'm not about to read that. I'll read a little bit of it and chuckle, but it means nothing. Your life must mean nothing to you because you're not having any type of fun. You're wasting away trying to defend women you don't know. Sonya Curry is for the streets now, according to her husband. So you're upset because basically your husband confirmed everything I said in my first video? Make sure y'all like this video. So understand this, man. These women are so bitter. They're so angry. They're so emotional. And they don't know how to deal with it. You know how they deal with it? By projecting. Women have become very good at projecting their own insecurities onto other people. It ain't gonna work. Because I know your life sucks. That's why you're on social media trying to defend people you don't know. When you should be raising your children and grandchildren better, you're focused on defending people you don't know because you're in your fields. I thought older people were more mature. It don't seem like it. It seems like a lot of y'all are just as immature as people who are in their 20s and 30s. You're just as immature. Or even in their late teens. You're just as immature. I don't care how many children or grandchildren you help raise, how long you were a wife, you still show signs of immaturity. You're trying to argue with somebody you don't know in their direct messages. How does that make you look as an elderly person? How does that make you look? What if I just randomly DM'd you and started going off on you? How would you like that? But these heifers can do it. And yeah, you 50, 60-year-olds, you're heifers too. Because you act like heifers. And you give me no choice but to address you as that when you act immature. Going back and forth with me, you're not taking your medication. Okay? You just learned how to use a smartphone and you're losing your minds. You're losing your minds. You're on Instagram. You're posting. You're on Facebook. You're probably on Twitter. You don't learn how to use these apps. You're probably on Tinder too. And you're using that as an opportunity to go at somebody you don't know because you're in your feels and your emotions. Take your medication and go somewhere else. Okay? Why don't you go and try to impart wisdom into the grands instead of getting on social media trying to defend somebody who own husband said she was cheating on him? But you want to come at me as if I'm wrong about Sonya Curry and her intentions of why she's getting divorced. She's getting divorced because she wants to be in another relationship publicly. She's tired of being in this secret relationship with somebody else. She wants to be in a public relationship. Can't do that if you're married to somebody. That's why she filed the divorce, idiot. I know you don't understand that because, again, you're not that intelligent because age does not define intelligence. A lot of you are unintelligent. You do not know what you speak. That's why you should keep your mouth shut and stop messaging people because you're in your feelings and the emotions and move on with your life. But you don't do that because you're immature. Your kids are more mature than you are. Again, you don't learn how to use an iPhone and now you're on these apps doing God knows what. Because if you're messaging me randomly, I'm pretty sure you're messaging other people. We just don't know what the context of those messages are. Somebody's grandmother's loose on social media with their bitterness going at different people, probably men, because they have feminist ideology and they see men as the enemy. So it's up to them to defend women who really don't even need to be defended. You need to take care of yourself. Get off social media. Stop trying to defend people who are not even defending themselves. Okay? They don't need you. I told y'all, age does not define maturity. A lot of these women are not mature. They're really not. They're walking around here with blonde hair and, dressing like their granddaughters or daughters. They're out here trying to be in the streets as much as they can. Searching, hoping to get attention. Ain't really working out for them. Messaging men they don't know. See, if I would have cursed you out and disrespected you, you would have deserved it, because again, you're coming at somebody you don't know. If I was me from 6 years ago, I probably would have went in on you, cursed you out, call you all types of names. That's probably what I would have done, because you have no business trying to project your bitterness onto me. You would have gotten your feelings completely hurt, because there's one thing I'm very good at, is wordplay when it comes to hurting feelings. Because obviously I hurt your feelings because you have so much to say about me, when you should mind your damn business and go about your day. Shout out to David Joseph. Unlike Miss Sills, who remain bitter, no one wants the potential headache. Oh, no, of course not. That's why I have her in the thumbnail. You know, Amanda Seals is the type of woman who will never get wifed up. I would be shocked if she was, because, again, she's the type of woman who just will never compromise, right? What's good, Abby? She'll never compromise, right? So what man is going to put a ring on her finger unless she's putting the ring on his finger? Because all that masculine energy these heifers have. This masculine energy these heifers have, right? But back to this old timer that I'm speaking of. Listen, I don't know if you're listening to this live stream or not. I know you're probably lurking. Take your medication. Take your naps. Learn how to age gracefully, spend time with the grandkids, find a hobby, get out of my damn DMs trying to argue with me. You're not going to win that. You're lucky this is not 2016, because I would have humiliated and embarrassed you, and I would have shown everybody exactly what I said. I would have used a lot of different types of language, and would have really damaged your feelings and emotions. But that's what happens when you come at people you don't know. That's why a lot of you heifers' relationships fail, because you're failures. You fail at everything. You fail at everything. And that is your life. That is your life. A lot of you heifers are failing horribly. Your life sucks. That's why you come on social media and go at men, because you want to project. You want to project certain things onto men. Like, you got women that will project abuse onto all men. No, just the men that you've dealt with was abusive. You got women who harbor abusers in their own families and don't say nothing, but they get on social media and they want to point the finger at other men and try to project. Oh no, you're not going to do that. You need to call out that weirdo in your family that's the real abuser, instead of trying to get on social media and point the finger. A lot of you heifers are doing that. A lot of y'all are doing that. You're projecting, and I can tell, because you're trying so hard to try to make me and other men like we're just woman haters, right? When there's just no evidence of that whatsoever. Like, I've had females literally do this on this platform, try to vilify me to their stupid audience full of empty, no soul having females who they couldn't find a good man if a good man was standing shoulder to shoulder with them. That's how clueless they are. And you're trying to pander to them. Selling fake femininity. Because you yourself isn't feminine. You're dating dysfunctional men. You're attracted to dysfunctional men. That's why your dating life never changes. Your dating life stays the same. It never changes. A lot of women's dating life continues to be terrible because they like terrible men. You can't be a woman that's dated dysfunctional men since you were a teenager. Now you're in your early to mid 30s talking about you want a good man. They're not going to want that man. They're going to disrespect him. They're going to cheat on him. They're going to use him, right? They're not used to that. I've had women tell me they broke up with a guy because he was a nice guy that took care of her and her children. And he didn't even have no children. It's like, what the fuck? You're never going to be happy. Stop quoting Sierra. Stop posting about Sierra. You will never have a Russell Wilson, ever. Because your mentality is of a woman who's stuck in arrested development. Sierra learned from her mistakes, and she said, I will not be a single mother. I will not date another future. A lot of y'all don't have the capacity to do that because you're so obsessed with Dusty Disick that you just can't let it go. So you get on social media and you try to clown men who are educated, men who are clean cut, men who don't get in trouble, who don't have children. You try to shame those men. What does that tell you? I'm sorry, there is no in between. There is no in between when it comes to these women. These women are obsessed with dirty Disick males. And they get on this platform and others and they try to shame men again who are clean cut, who don't get in trouble, who work, right? Decent guys, because that's not what they're attracted to. They're attracted to the narcissist. A lot of these heifers love narcissistic men. And they get on here and they be lying. They get on here and they be lying. Talking about how they hate narcissistic men. Well, how come every guy you get with is a narcissist? It's because you see those similar character traits and that's what attracts you to them. That's what you like. A lot of y'all ain't learning from your mistakes. The people that support Sierra the most are the people that don't make the same choices that Sierra made after having the baby father or being in a failed relationship with a guy like a Future, right? They don't learn from no mistakes. They will continue to date guys like that, thinking that they're going to change him, thinking that, you know what, if I take him out of this environment, or, you know, if I help him get a job, or, you know, if I work with him, maybe he'll change his ways. You can't change no grown man. You cannot change a grown man. Grown men have to want to be changed. Grown men have to want to be red pill. You cannot force them. You cannot talk them into it. They either want to or they don't. They either want to or they don't.
These modern, bitter females are stuck on stupid. Talk to these 304s, Jaye.
Thanks, J Press. Appreciate it. They stuck on stupid, all right. That's why a lot of them are single and they can't keep a man. I don't care how big your ass is. There's a lot of women who are thick with big asses, whether it's bought or not, who are single. They can't keep a man. And you got all these bad built women going to Colombia, going to the Dominican Republic, going to Mexico, trying to get a better looking body. For what? Your mentality is screwed up. You're still going to be that bad built double chin female trying to change your physical, thinking that that's going to change. No, your mind has to change. Get off social media. Now, I was speaking about medication earlier. You know, I think that some of these millennial women and even these Gen Z women need to take some type of medication, because a lot of these women are crazy. I know they're probably on pills already. Probably are drinkers. Probably are alcoholics, semi-alcoholics. Oh, they're going to get on the hard stuff. Trust me. It won't be long before they get on the hard stuff. And y'all want to get on here and y'all want to project. Y'all want to project your insecurity onto other people. What a disgrace. What a freaking disgrace. Like, I did the Patreon video, right, of the black female who was in the car crying, right, because I guess the white boy that humiliated her over and over again decided to dump her for good. And she's crying, boo-hooing, right? And then she talked about how she's I guess may need to get into therapy. You think? I mean, when you worship other groups of men, yeah, you're gonna need therapy. Something's wrong with you. If you worship another group of people, something is wrong with you. You need help fast. I've never understood this being fixated on somebody's race as if that's going to change anything. If you went to like mixed high schools, mixed middle schools, right, lived in mixed neighborhoods, you're going to see that you're more similar than you are different. Just because somebody's of a different race does not mean they're going to be 100% different than the people you deal with. You watch too much TV, you watch too much movies, right? And you buy into the programming. You listen to these delusional, bitter women on YouTube. Women who have been ran through. Women who have deep psychological issues that they need to address instead of getting on social media. Social media is the last place they should be. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Social media is the last place they should be. They should not be on this platform unless they've gotten their mental right. But a lot of times, they're not getting their mental right. They're spreading their mental illness to other people. They're spreading it to their children. Look at the amount of women who end up dating men who do harm to their children, do harm to them. It's because these women are wired wrong, because you have these idiot boomer women and Gen X women who are raising their children wrong. They're raising them wrong. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable what I'm seeing. And listen, I'm not saying I'm perfect at all. I'm flawed just like anybody, but I would never get on here and push propaganda that is detrimental to me and the people around me. What's good, Ricky? Y'all getting on here and you're crying because you got dumped and you got embarrassed and humiliated and used. Why do you women do this? You always posting your L's for sympathy. If you're out here being used up by other races of men, I'm sorry, I don't see any value in you. I really don't. You getting on social media crying does nothing for me. Does nothing for me. Because I'm pretty sure you've thrown melanated men under the bus every chance you got to prove your love of non-melanated men. Which is why you're where you're at. Why you'll never have the happiness that you seek. And you've done it to yourself. You have done it to yourself. You know, I look at some of the things that have been going on. Stuff that I'm not going to talk about because to me, I'm not chasing stories. I'm not chasing clout. I'm not chasing other people's misfortune. There's been talk about certain individuals on this platform. Again, I'm not going to speak about them because, again, I always do that with something extra there. And you got to stop believing all women. That shit needs to stop. All this believe all women bullshit needs to go. Even women don't believe all women. You know? Now, in regards to the Amanda Seals of the world, right? These bitter women who are just they're destined to be alone forever, right? They're destined to never get married. They're destined to never have a family, probably never have children. They done had so many abortions probably that they are incapable of having children. You ruined yourself. You have all the potential in the world. Women like Amanda Seales have all the potential in the world, right? Women like Amanda Seales have a lot of potential, right? You look at her, but when she talks, it's like, oh God, she's such an embarrassment. And she has this default disdain towards melanated men who don't kiss up to her.
And the social media gods, too busy fake facts checking and blocking real truths while letting the messy and unstable run rampant. Salute to Jaye for the late stream on a Tuesday. Clapping hands, medium dark skin tone. Clapping hands, medium dark skin tone.
Appreciate that, Zeke. Can't believe she spoke to Jaye like he was a little kid, telling him to stay in his lane. She should stay in her lane. You know, Wanda, that's what happens, Wanda. She's an older woman. She's an old, bitter woman. That's why she was so mad. And she really didn't like when I told her to take her meds. You got a woman that's in her 60s or however old she is, and she's angry. That's what you're going to have. That's the future of an Amanda Seales, to be an old woman with gray hair on social media trying to argue with men who they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Last Sigil, I'm not talking about nobody's beef. I don't care. I don't care about other YouTubers' beef. I don't talk about other people because, for what? I don't care what others are talking about. That's them. But yeah, as far as like the bitter heifer, that's gonna happen because they're hurt. They're single and alone. The husband don't want nothing to do with them. No men wants to screw them. You gotta understand, man, when these women ain't getting screwed, man, it screws with them. Like, they're not desirable physically, and they're mad. So they always search for causes, right? And you gotta understand, people have said worse to me in my DMs. Like, I have messages from females that have said a lot of grimy things to me. So that was tamed compared to what other people have said to me, males and females who've DM'd me and were disgruntled. So that's mild compared to the messages I've gotten from others. You know what I'm saying? That woman wanted to tell me her life story. You know, that's why she was feeling some type of way. And that's what you have. But yeah, a lot of these women, you know, again, they're not taking their medication. They're highly frustrated. You know, they're not having relations regularly. So they're frustrated, and they take their frustrations out on, you know, social media. So they want to go and seek out male attention. I told y'all, I think I might have told y'all this. I might have told y'all this before, right? That you have women, when they're not getting attention at home, what they do is they go search out male attention. Again, make sure y'all like the stream. If their husband or boyfriend is not showing them attention, they will go and search for it on social media. Like, y'all seen these goofy long live streams on social media that goes on. These people literally are falling asleep live. They're sitting up arguing with people. From some of the things I've seen, I just shake my head. Like, you really don't have a life, but then they claim they have a husband, they have a family. Why are you on a live stream 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time? Your husband must be a very lenient guy, or maybe he works third shift. Like, a lot of these women are with very lenient men. Have y'all noticed the worst of the worst are always in relationships? They claim they're in relationships, right? They always claim they're in relationships. They always claim that they're married. But they be the worst ones. They have the most, they talk the most shit. They have the most problem with men. They always claim that they married. I've had heifers call my show claiming to be married, but they want to argue with me. They claim they got a man, but they have all this masculine toxic energy. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I think that you're toxic. I think any man that deals with you is a sucker. I think he's a clown. I think he's soft. He's weak. Because any man that deals with a woman, again, with masculine energy, that's arguing with men on social media every day or every other day, making videos about this YouTuber. Look at all the people that make videos about YouTubers. It'd be a bunch of heifers, man, especially male YouTubers. They'd be mad because they have a disagreement about what they're saying. What they're mad about is they're not getting enough energy from men in their real life. So they hop on social media. And Amanda Seales is a perfect example. She's always going off on a man here or there because she ain't got one. She ain't got one. And these bitter people, they just have no outlet for their bitterness. So they want to hop on social media and they want to spread their toxic behavior. Again, who want to date that?
Amanda Seales and other women of her caliber are not cut out for marriage. They are basically for the streets.
Appreciate that, Abby. Oh, yeah. That's why they're mad, because they're alone. A lot of these people will die alone. They will end up not having nobody at the end of the day, and they're mad about that because that's the reality. Well, Scoop, that's what they claim. They claim that they're married. But you got to understand, some of these males are so weak and they desperately want a woman so badly, they let their women do whatever they want to do. I'm sorry, I can't be having my woman twerking on social media, doing videos with little to nothing on, searching for thirst for men on social media. I'm sorry, I couldn't be that guy. Even though I'm not really the one to tell a woman what she can do with herself. But if your girlfriend or wife is an attention seeker, I mean, how do you deal with that? And you can claim that she comes home to you every night, but that doesn't mean that she is not taking in, attention and offers from other men. You're delusional. And trust me, if these women want to cheat, they'll cheat and you'll never find out. The only way you find out a woman is cheating is if she lets you catch her cheating. And then these guys will claim to be alpha males. But your woman is twerking for all of us. Your woman is showing all her assets for us. We know what your girl looks like when she hardly has anything on. That's what your girlfriend or wife is doing. You're not an alpha male. You're a clown. And you're probably living off of her. You're living off of her OnlyFans. You're living off of what she's getting on social media. That's why she does it. She ain't got no respect for you. You're just there. You're the camera guy. You're the camera guy. You probably do work for her as far as equipment is concerned, computers. But yeah, man, we listen, your girl is for us. A lot of you dudes' girlfriends and wives are for us. Not just for you, it's for us. That's our girl. Your wife is our wife. You guys set such a low bar for yourself, man. But you desperately want to be with these women and you allow them to be wayward. You allow them to get on social media and argue with other men. Calling men's shows, arguing with them, making stupid videos and live streams about other male YouTubers all the time. You don't say nothing. It's crazy. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. There's a lot of Amanda Seals out here. I see Amanda Seals type women on YouTube every day. On YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. A bunch of Karens, a bunch of black Karens, a bunch of black men did this to me. And here you got the women that be having these goofy boyfriends and husbands, right? The only time you hear from him is when you done cussed out his wife and she mad and she want to put him on the phone because she done caused a lot of disturbance. Yeah, man, your wife is our wife. Your girlfriend is our girlfriend. When you allow your woman to just do whatever she wants to do, understand that and think about that. That's what's going on. A lot of you guys are clueless. I see these women, man, going, and they're just doing this. They're just going above and beyond to get, male attention. And they claim they're in relationships. They claim they're married. Oh, really? Oh, really? That's your woman? That's your woman? Oh, I didn't know. But I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's your woman. Really? Our woman, nigga. That's our woman. See, for everybody. What you mean? Don't mean nothing, man. You the cameraman. You the cook. You the babysitter. That's why you there. She don't want to have to pay no babysitter. She don't want to have to cook. Most of these women can't cook, don't want to clean. You're doing that. You're the house boyfriend, house husband. You taking care of all the responsibilities. Meanwhile, your wife is entertaining other men. Your girlfriend is entertaining other men. That's what's going on. A lot of you guys are out here being, again, you're being the maids. Y'all the maids. Y'all are the cooks. That's your job. You're the photographers. You're the video editors. You're uploading the content to OnlyFans. That's your job. You basically work for that heifer. Okay? You work for that heifer, man. All the work you put in behind the scenes, we get to benefit from it. We benefit for all the hard work you do behind the scenes, man. You keep the place nice and tidy because, she has to film in there. That's your job, man. And you dudes, too, need to stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? You trying to claim, no, man. You can't be out here trying to claim. No, man. That's for all of us, man. Trust me. A lot of these married women in relationships that are all over social media or sitting on goddamn panels, they're fielding offers. They're not off limits. And it ain't because men are just pursuing them. It's because they want to be pursued. Because obviously you're the help. You males are literally the help to these women. You're the help. That's what you're doing. So Shanti, I see you. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. I'm entertaining y'all it's about 12 now, Eastern Standard Time. We telling it like it is, man. I mean, I gotta tell you guys how your life really is. I gotta tell these heifers how their life really is. It's just a lot going on, man. It's a lot of moving parts, man. I'm sick and tired of you males trying to act like you're in monogamous, loving relationships, and men shouldn't be trying to holler at your girlfriend or wives. Meanwhile, your girlfriend is damn near nude on social media, and she enjoys the attention she gets. And she's also, in the faces of other men, You got these goofy heifers on live streams all night long talking about God knows, well, I say God knows what. They're gossiping. They're talking about, why men are this and that, even though they have a whole husband, wink, wink. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, man, these Western women ain't worth trusting. And y'all be trusting them. Y'all be loving them. You think you done found the one. No, you found somebody that's going to use you and is going to play you. A lot of you guys, man, have no idea. You really don't. And what's funny is that they will try to shame men, right, for calling out the behavior. Oh, no, we going to call them out. I don't care what none of you say. I don't care what you pro-wax say. I don't care what you house husbands have to say. I don't care what you simps have to say. You Captain Save-A-Hoes. I don't care what none of y'all got to say. These women are going to get called out. I don't care what you bitter heifers who make videos on social media with your fake femininity bullshit. I don't care what you have to say. You're going to get called out when the time calls for it. You cannot shame me at all. I did the live stream I did last night is members only. If y'all wondering where that stream is, that's a members only stream. Bro sounds like a real hater. No, I'm not a real hater at all. I'm speaking facts. Just look at the chat room. If you're referring to me. I know it's jarring when y'all hear me. I know it's jarring when you hear me speak the way I speak. I know it's jarring, but it's me. And guess what? I could still get women saying what I'm saying. That's why I say it, because I have no fear at all of being able to get with a woman. Couldn't get a girlfriend in high school. Yes, I could. I know you couldn't. That's why you're here at 12 a.m. in my live stream in your feelings. If you're speaking to me. Now, if you're not speaking to me, then I'm hating because I'm calling out. Is it because I'm calling out the house husbands? Is it because I'm calling out the men who are the photographers, who are the behind the scenes help? And the fact that their woman is literally for everybody? They are. They are. And I'm going to keep saying it. You're the help. Your woman is for all of us. Facts. And she always will be. She will always be for the team. I think, again, I know that's jarring, but that's truth. That's truth. There's a reason why you look at a woman's dating history and it's full of like womanizing, narcissistic males. According to them, it's because the women will always choose the worst of the worst because they don't want a good, stable relationship. They want drama. They want to be able to have options. They want to find somebody who's supremely flawed so it masks the bullshit that they do. I know that's jarring. I know that hurts. But I want you to know that before you get hurt, because a lot of you males are going to get hurt by these women due to your own blue pill ideology, due to you believing in loving these women and showing them your love, showing them your appreciation. You don't want to be that guy that's been in the friend zone for 10 years only to finally get out of the friend zone to date a woman who literally never looks happy to be with you. And you're marrying her when she already has a child by another man. And she's probably dated other men. You don't want to be that guy that's smiling in every picture and she is not smiling in any picture. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen, like I said, this chick who she basically said that this guy that she started dating and ended up marrying, he was her friend for 10 years. She basically had him in the friend zone for 10 years. Only to then take him out the friend zone. And if you look at pictures of them, she's never smiling, ever. He's smiling from ear to ear. He think he got a prize. But she settled for this jackass, and he don't know that. Oh, it's your birthday, Sarah. Happy birthday to you. Shout out to Sarah with the birthday. She just got home from partying. You know? But yeah, man, listen, it's bad. It's a bad sign if you are dating a woman and you're engaged to her or you're marrying her and she's literally not smiling in any of the photos. You are smiling from ear to ear because you think you've got a prize. Meanwhile, she settled for you because you're a jackass and you're a moron and you did not understand that she basically had you on the sidelines while she was able to, deal with the men that she really wanted, men who weren't going to marry her, and she settled for you. That's where you're at. And some of these guys get caught up in that. And I don't want you to get caught up in that. I want you guys to be winners and succeed. I want you to be winners. I want y'all to succeed. I don't want y'all to be out here just miserable. There's too many miserable people out here. Women in society are a reflection of us as men. Any ills they have are a reflection of us. But you're missing one thing, is that especially in the black community, most of the males and females are being raised in single parent households due to the decisions of that woman. The woman had every opportunity to not have children she wasn't prepared to take care of, but she chose to go that route anyway because she's an idiot. And we have to call that out. We got to look at the damage that has been done due to single parent households. We can't overlook that. You want to say it's a reflection of the men. How? What are men doing in society that is damaging males and females? I can tell you what women are doing in society that's damaging males and females. The single parent household. And you could say, well, the men left them. Well, wait a minute. What about the woman opening her legs to men who did not put a ring on it? See, it's easy to point the finger at men, right? It's easy to say that men have to step up and do all these different things. You say that because you want to absolve women of any responsibility. I'm not going to do that because I've seen the damage that a single parent household does to adults. Look at the millennials, look at the Gen Zers, look at the generation of them growing up and the conditions that they had to grow up in. You can't tell me that it's a reflection of the men. Well, especially in the black community, they're not, the fathers aren't in the home. They're not in the home. It's to me, I think that people want to absolve women of, I can't. When I look at the single parent households, I can't do that. And I look at the damaging effects of it. Children are literally dying in the homes of single mothers due to their stupid boyfriends that they chose or due to that woman's actions. We can't ignore that. We can't ignore that. We need programs And we need some type of programs for young adults about the dangers of being single parents. We don't have those programs. We used to have something kind of similar back in the day. Y'all notice they don't do that no more, right? They used to have classes where, you know, you carry around a child, right? And you have to be like a parent to this like doll, right? I don't even think they have those courses anymore. You have to like change it and, you know, what that and the third, something like that. What I know full well, 9G, is that you want to absolve women of any accountability. You want to put everything on the father. Even though women are pushing the father away. Look how many women push the father away. Tell them they can't see their children. And you tell them, what do you expect those men to do? Those men, there are men who are fighting for their kids, but the mother makes it difficult because she's mad because he don't want her. Again, you want to absolve the women, and I'm not going to let you do it. You can sit here and make all the excuses that you want, but at the end of the day, these women have a responsibility to take care of their womb.
Boyce Watkins waited 24 years for that box only to get it once she got ran through, had children, and him becoming a millionaire. That's some sucker-shish at that.
Appreciate that, J Press. Isn't that the roadmap to women when they with failed relationships? They have children by this man, that man, then they get to a point to where they're ready to get out the streets and they want to settle down. They don't want to go to the clubs anymore, right? They don't want to party no more. They want to be a wife and a mom now. How many stories do we see of fathers being pushed away, right? Pushed away, not being allowed to see their children. The mother said, well, you need to fix things with me first, right? I think a therapy is needed for a lot of us. I think a lot of us need therapy. We do. Salute to everybody that's here. I appreciate y'all being here tonight, you know. You know I had to come and really just speak to y'all on something that was on my mind and my spirit. You know, you have these elderly healthers who want to come at me or maybe even others because they're hurt. The hurt is only going to continue because this truth ain't going to stop no time soon. This truth is not going to be stopped anytime soon, people. We're going to continue to push forward, and we're going to continue to red pill a generation. We're going to continue to red pill this generation, and we're going to continue to speak the truth, whether y'all like it or not. Because at the end of the day, these healthers need to be accountable. And the reason why they can have multiple kids and they can react and just have no accountability. You literally got women walking in the stores, destroying the stores. That's somebody that's never had any accountability for their behaviors. I mean, look at Lizzo. Lizzo always trying to prove something. Like, Lizzo, you're not sexy. Now, there may be guys that find you sexy, but you're not a sex symbol. You know, you're trying to prove that fat girls or big girls can be sexy and be overweight and stuff their face. Understand this, okay? There are people that's going to like you, and there's people that aren't going to like you. You can't force people to like you. And that's that not having accountability and you thinking that people supposed to accept you and supposed to like you, and that's not the world that we live in. We don't live in a world like that. We live in a world where not everybody's going to like us, not everybody's going to love us, but we're going to deal with the people that do. We're going to be around people that actually invested in us. But no matter what you do, Lizzo, and some of your other peoples, especially entertainment, if people don't like you today, they're not going to like you tomorrow. There is nothing you can do. You can cry crocodile tears all you want to, because again, that's no accountability. You got women going in the store, destroying the stores, no accountability at all. You got Simone Biles talking about she don't feel like she did anything wrong as far as the Olympics is concerned, quitting on her team, for literally just because she just wasn't doing well. Just no accountability for their actions. And then they expect people to be accountable to them, but they're not accountable for their own behaviors. That's what we are, man. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Also, if you haven't, man, make sure y'all sign up to the Patreon, man. We're putting exclusive content up over there, man. Make sure y'all go and do that. I'm here to hold people accountable. I'm not here to make no excuses, man. When I speak, I say we. I don't say y'all. I say we, because I'm going to include myself. When I speak about therapy or I speak about accountability, I'm going to say we. Not just you. I'm going to say we need to be accountable for the things that we say and do. There's nothing wrong with saying that. And speaking of accountability, you have somebody like, again, Amanda Seales, who y'all see right here. She accused a black man who has a career as a doctor of something he didn't do, and she never apologized for it. So to me, she's always going to be that person who's going to symbolize your westernized feminist woman who no man should ever want to be with. Yes, Shanti, I think I've heard of something similar to that. Again, that's not going to stop people from clowning Lizzo. I mean, so, if they can't do it on Facebook, they'll find somewhere else to do it.
Amanda Seales, we haven't forgot Myron Roll thing.
Yeah. Y'all should go and look it up. Look up Amanda Seales and Myron Roll. They accused this guy of being a sexual harasser. Well, she did. And nothing came of it, right? As a matter of fact, I believe Myron Roll might have been interviewed as far as last year in regards to COVID. Never apologized for it. But you got people like Charlamagne, all those other people who are buddy with her, because she's an industry. She is deep in the industry swamp, right? When you're deep in the industry swamp, you don't have to be held accountable for the stupid things that you say, And then she has the nerve to wonder why people feel the way they feel about her. Her own cast members on that show, Insecure, don't even like her. She's an unlikable person, but again, she's in the industry swamp.
Look how bitter old women got mad at Jaye for exposing Sonya Curry thought behavior. Jaye, you got a lot of patience with these disgruntled boppers.
Well, I don't pay them no attention. They're irrelevant. I just make fun of them. I use them as a case study. When people say, well, Jaye, I don't know any women like that. Well, I do. Look at the messages that they've sent me and look at the things they've said. That's where the material comes from, right? That's where the material comes from. So when I speak about certain things and you got women that say, well, Jaye, I don't know anybody like that. Well, I do. I know a few.
Amanda Seales like ye are former industry flings.
Appreciate that. Yeah, man, they're deeply embedded in the industry swamp. Well, that again because Amanda Seales she's deep in the industry swamp, so she's gonna say things like that because that's her mindset. You know, she's about pushing forward. You know, these weirdo things, right? Like with Lil Nas X, he only does and says those things because it gets him attention. Like a lot of these people are addicted to attention, and they will do whatever it takes to have people talking about them, right? And he also pushing the rainbow agenda in some aspects, right? And, you know, that's going to get celebrated by women like this because women like this, Amanda Seales, you know, they push that narrative because they have a special hatred for men. They do have like a special hatred. That's why I want y'all to understand, man, like the programming is real. And they will say things in order to try to act like certain people are victims. Like people want to make certain people in the industry victims. No. Calling them out does not make them victims. Like I said with Lizzo or Lil Nas X, those people are not victims. Those people are attention seekers. They're basically attention slores. So they should be treated as such. You know, it should be treated as such. You know, they don't get no special treatment. If you want to be a troll, you're not going to be treated special. Shout out to everybody that's here. Now, once again, I think that dating is becoming more and more of a thing of the past. I think people are just going to be more casual these days.
Hey Jay, my coworkers were thirsty over Amanda and Cardi B in a gymnastics TV special. I told them go ahead and watch them set up. Men PLZ wake up.
Appreciate it. You said they were thirsty. Does that surprise you? Some of these guys always think with the wrong head. Always. What's up, Anna? They always think with the wrong head, man. That's what get them in trouble. They always think with the wrong head, man. None of you should be thinking with the wrong head. But again, they look at her, but they don't hear her. Like if you were to see pictures of Amanda Seales, you'd be like, oh, okay. But when she opens her mouth and she speaks, then you're like, oh, I see why she's single. You know what I'm saying? I see, this, you see it. Yeah. And men are not as naive anymore. Men are not naive, and they don't just go along anymore. Men are waking up and women are starting to notice it. And you can tell they're starting to notice it because they're trying to push back. They're starting to push back, They're forming their own little cliques in order to push back. No, what I'm saying, dating as in a monogamous relationship. What I mean, dating is becoming more and more about numbers. It's about, just having as many people as possible. That's what I'm saying. Because again, you got women that be chasing men who have a bunch of different women anyway. You got women that are side chicks who are calling themselves girlfriends.
Lizzo need to concentrate on people who like her.
I agree, Saliva, that she should. She should, but she, she doesn't care about that. She wants everybody to like her. They're obsessed with everybody liking them. They're obsessed with that. They're obsessed with everybody liking them. Poetic. I did a video about a stepfather that found that helped raise and take care of a single mother whose child wasn't his. I'm not sure about that particular story. A lot of guys are just, they're just sticking with their rotations, man. They're not trying to be in no single monogamous relationship. And I think that's frustrating women because a lot of these women think they're special. Like, you got an NBA player by the name of Jalen Green, right? He dumped this girl for another girl once he got drafted, right? And she posted about it on TikTok, trying to basically warn the other girl that, you're not special. He's going to trade you in as well. No, he traded you in. You got traded in. I think that's why you're upset. Because, again, all these females think they're special and you're not special. You're just another female, okay? There are a lot of women out here. There's a lot more women out here than men. And a lot of these guys that have options are going to have a lot to choose from. Shout out to Kenneth. Was it Swazer? I'm telling you, man, a lot of you females, man, you're not special. Stop trying to act like you're special. You're not special. You can be traded in too. They don't get that. Well, they get that once they get dumped. Just like the black female I did the Patreon video about. She's crying in the car because she got dumped. Even though he embarrassed her, he ignored her. He only talked to her when he wanted to sleep with her, and she went along with it because she has extreme low self-esteem. And, the guy was white. If the person is white, then it's all right. But let that have been a black dude. She probably been trying to fight him. Probably exposing his picture all over the place. So, yeah, man, dating is going to be a lot different. It already is. A lot of guys are just sticking with their rotations. They're not trying to have no main chick like that. They're just having a rotation of girls and just, not trade one, but just have one here, one there that they take a little bit more seriously than others. But as far as a serious, long-term monogamous relationships, there are a lot of guys that are checking out of those. And that's why you're starting to see pushback from women, and they're blaming the red pill.
I had a nightmare that Lizzo sat on me and I died pensive face.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, but that's why you're starting to see the pushback, because women are starting to notice that men's behaviors are changing when it comes to relationships and marriage. Like, I'm not pro-marriage at all. I don't believe you need a marriage, to be honest with you. If you believe in that, then, then pursue that. That you can't believe in marriage and you're constantly in short-term relationships. You got to find somebody that's compatible instead of people who are not compatible. But you got these women that want to blame the red pill for why men's philosophy on dating has changed. A lot of men just naturally are looking at their options and saying, you know what, why get into a monogamous relationship with these dysfunctional heifers? You got women that think if they got 5,000, 10,000 followers on Instagram, they're celebrities. They think they can make money by showing themselves on social media. That's where their mind is. And then the surgeries. I mean, you got females going to get surgeries, and it's like they're screwed up, man. They're just screwed up. And they've given men no choice but to just say, hey, I'm not looking for anything long term. I'm just gonna do short term, relationships. Like, I'm not casual, I'm not gonna be in anything long term. Definitely not gonna get married. Like, you already have these celebrities, saying they don't get it, like Nick Cannon, what's his name? Marlon Wayans, spoke about their disapproval of marriage. That's what you're gonna start to see. That's what you're gonna start to see. Yep, their parents are mess up daughters' mind, especially the mothers. They're definitely messing up their daughters' mind. They're telling their daughters that they shouldn't settle. Like, okay, so who do you think your daughter's gonna get with then if she's not gonna settle? Who do you think your daughter's gonna get? Not every woman is gonna get the man that they want. Not every man gets the woman that they want. But you have to find some common ground. Everybody think they gonna get they should have the perfect person. Perfect don't exist. Perfect has never existed. You're gonna have to find a common ground. You're gonna have to figure out, okay, this is as close to what I'm looking for as I can get. But a lot of these delusional women don't see it that way. They'll see it as settling. That's why they're out here single. And they're asking everybody, why am I single? Well, you're single because you're delusional. Like, they're literally putting up posts talking about, why am I single? You're single because you want to be single. You're looking for something that it doesn't exist. And even if that person exists, you don't deserve to be with them. And you would never be with them. It's just a different day and age, people. Stop blaming YouTubers because the men that philosophy on dating has changed. Less men want to be in your friend zone. Okay, we have literally destroyed the friend zone for a lot of these women. That's why they're mad. They don't have a friend zone full of clueless males no more. They're mad about that. So they want to blame YouTubers for why that's happening. No, a lot of guys are just looking at everything. They have technology. They can look up certain things. Doesn't mean they're looking at YouTube videos. They just looking at their field and say, you know what? It just ain't worth it. Look how these women are acting. I don't want to deal with it. Putting up posts talking about, why am I single? Single because you are delusional. Shout out to Zeke again.
Women try to sell me on marriage. I asked them to name 5 benefits a man has from marriage without using the word sex, and I haven't had a single answer yet.
Appreciate it. Well, you're not, because again, a lot of women don't think they should bring anything to the table except sex. Sex is the only thing they bring to the table or to a relationship, and that's just not the case. If you don't have any skills that a woman should naturally have, because a lot of these women don't have the natural skill set of a feminine woman anymore. They don't understand their placement in a relationship. That's why their relationships constantly fail. A revolving door of failed relationships, failed opportunities. Then they look to blame somebody else. Look at them. They're ready to go blame somebody else. Now they want to blame content creators. They want to blame us because their friend zone is a little empty. Okay? Dudes are not trying to be your shoulder to cry on anymore. Dudes are not letting you use them for attention. They're not doing that. And these women are starting to feel that, and they're lashing out. You're starting to see it. They're lashing out. They're mad. They're like, how dare you, wake these men up. These men need to be asleep. These men need to continue to be who they were. We don't want these men to get smarten up. We want them to continue to be, naive. And these men are waking up, and these women don't like it. They don't like the fact these men are starting to think for themselves and say, you know what, it is a numbers game. Why am I wasting my time trying to wine and dine a female that has no um, has really is not even looking to date me or wanting to have any type of sexual relation with me. Why would I waste my time? Why am I wasting all this time with this person?
Most of those women need psychological help and they in denial can't tell him that though SMH.
Appreciate that, Kenneth. Haven't y'all noticed that? That's why they're going at men really hard. You know, certain male content creators are going at them really hard because these men are starting to wake up and they don't like it. If these women didn't care, they wouldn't go so hard. And it's not because of what's being said about women. It's what's being said to men. Men are stepping up their game and they don't like that. They don't like the fact that men are saying, you know what? I have self-esteem. Why am I fooling myself? Why am I chasing a woman that literally has 2-3 kids by 2 different men who has a complete attitude problem? Why am I even wasting my time trying to get close to this person? Why am I being friends with this person? Why am I putting myself in this situation to be used? And they don't like that. They don't like the fact that these men are being woken up and they're lashing out. They don't want men to wake up. They want us to continue to be naive and dumb to what's going on. Shout out to Robert Steele.
Winter is coming.
Appreciate it. So when y'all see these women going hard on social media, it's because men are waking up. It really doesn't have to really do with women being called out. It's the fact that the men are waking up. The men are saying, hey, I need to stop these behaviors. You know, I need to build up my own self-esteem and not be used. And that's what they don't like. And unfortunately, they have males who will back them up and defend them and attack those men because those guys are still asleep. Those guys have not woken up. Those guys have not seen the truth, but they'll see it because those women will flip on them eventually. That's what happens. When you're fighting a fake war, eventually people get exposed and the truth get exposed and you realize you were just played like a fool, you know? Salute to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all like the stream. I think that's pretty much it. You know, it's getting close to late here, and I am not staying up that late. This ain't a late night creep stream, so I'm not staying up late. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. Shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all go and check out the video today I posted. Make sure y'all follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Follow me on Patreon as well. I got the link to it up here pinned. And also send me some topics, man. The email's in the description. You can send me a topic through IG. You can tag me on Twitter. But don't just send me anything. Like, if you know me and what I speak on, and you're like, this would definitely be good talking points, or not talking points, this would be a good discussion, then send it to me.
There is a friend zone and stepfather shortage. Man shrugging dark
absolutely.
Skin tone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why they're big mad right now. That's why they're big mad, and that's why they're lashing out, because it is that shortage. And we need to keep that going. All right, people. Shout out to the moderators and channel members. I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all take care. All right.